Hi everyone and welcome to my channel. In this video, we will go through few more practice questions for AZ-900 Microsoft certification. So let's start. Which feature within Azure alerts you to service issues that happen in Azure itself, not specifically related to your own resources? Azure Security Center, Azure Monitor, Azure Service Health, and Azure Portal Dashboard. So the answer to this is Azure Service Health. Okay, and you can read more on this here. What is Azure Service Health? Azure offers a suite of experiences to keep you informed about the health of your cloud resources. This information includes current and upcoming issues such as service impacting events, planned maintenance, and other changes that may affect your availability. And Azure Service Health is a combination of three separate smaller services, which are Azure Status, Service Health, and Resource Health. Azure Virtual Machines are classified as which of the following offering? So it is very evident that it is infrastructure as a service. And if you have to read more, just come here, Azure IaaS, that is infrastructure as a service. And they have clearly mentioned like what solutions are classified as Azure IaaS services and products. So here if you see, we have this Azure Virtual Desktop, that is nothing but Azure Virtual Machine. And you can go through other options as well, what are being classified as infrastructure as a service. Which of the following is a distributed network of servers that can efficiently deliver web content to users? Okay. So the answer to this is Azure Content Delivery Network. And this is mentioned over here. What is a content delivery network on Azure? So if you see here, content delivery network is a distributed network of servers that can efficiently deliver web content to users. Okay. And how it works, it's being given here, requirements, limitations, its features. Okay. So just read all of these. Okay. Your company is considering migrating from an on premises environment to Azure. You need to estimate the cost savings of running your solution on Azure. Which tool is right for you? Azure Pricing Calculator, Azure TCO Calculator, Azure Advisor, and Azure Reservations. Now, the answer to this is Azure TCO Calculator, that is Total Cost of Ownership Calculator. Okay. And here, if you see TCO, total cost of ownership calculator, it clearly mentions like you can estimate the cost savings you can realize by migrating your workloads to Azure. Then they have given here three steps. First, you have to define your workload, then adjust assumptions, and then you can view the report. Okay, to understand your current TCO and recommended services in Azure. Okay, so yeah. Your company plans to migrate to the cloud. They would like to plan the migration, discover resources that need to be migrated, and analyze dependency. Which tool do you suggest? So the answer to this is Azure Migrate. Okay, and read more on this here about Azure Migrate. And here, if you see, they have clearly mentioned here Azure Migrate's extensible framework allows for integration of third party tools, expanding the scope of supported use cases. It provides the following: first of all, unified migration platform, range of tools, and then assessment, migration, and modernization. Okay, so everything is given over here. And here you have documentation also, Azure Migrate documentation. Find Azure migration tutorials, resources, and migration assessment tools. Learn how to use tools in the Azure Migrate Hub to discover, assess, and migrate your on premises content, right? So that's the answer. Now, what is a core principle of zero trust? So, zero trust, if you come here, embrace proactive security with zero trust. Okay. Why zero trust, right? So, why they have given here? Then you have these three as zero trust principles. One is verify explicitly, use least privilege access, and then assume breach. Okay. And out of those three, we have this assume your network has been breached already. So that's the answer. Now, what is the most number of virtual machines that can be managed under a single virtual machine scale set? So read about this virtual machine scale sets. And if you see here, why use virtual machine scale sets? They have given here the key benefits, and here it is given as works at large scale, and scale sets support up to 1000 VM instances. Okay, so that's the answer, 1000. Okay, do read all the content in this article. I'll leave all the links which I am currently showing here in the description of the video. Outlook 365 is what type of hosting model? So again, I'll take you to here, Azure, and then they have given here as software as a service. So software as a service allows you to connect to and use cloud-based apps over the internet. Common examples are email, calendaring, and office tools such as Microsoft Office 365. And here you go down, then you also have here common SAS scenarios and then advantages of software as a service. Okay, so do read this. Okay, so answer is first one. You can significantly reduce costs up to 72% as compared to pay as you go pricing by okay, so let me take you to here. You have something called as Azure Reserved Virtual Machine Instances, which tells you save up to 80%. Okay, and here if you see significantly reduce costs up to 72% compared to pay as you go pricing with 1 year or 3 year terms for Windows and Linux virtual machines. You also save up to 80% when you combine the cost savings gained from Azure Reserved VM instances with the added value of Azure Hybrid benefit. Okay, so and then they have given here how their calculation has come to 72% and 80%. Okay, so please do read this. Okay, about the Azure reserved virtual machine instances. So that's the answer using reserved instances. Now, availability zones are used to replicate data and applications across multiple regions. The answer is no. And why? I'll tell you here. If you go here, what are availability zones? So do read about this. And if you see here, each Azure region would have different availability zones. Okay. So data would be shared within this, but it cannot be shared across different regions. Okay. So here, if you see, availability zones have independent power cooling and networking infrastructure. They are designed so that if one zone, that is, if one zone experience an outage, then regional services capacity and high availability are supported by the remaining zones. Okay, they help your data stay synchronized and accessible when things go wrong. Okay, so the answer is no. What are the characteristics of the cloud that can provide continuous user experience without downtime even when problem occurs? Okay. So here the option 1 is correct. Fault tolerance is the ability of a system to remain available even if one of its component fails. So Azure recommends configuring applications across multiple data centers based on fault tolerant principles, and fault tolerant principle can be easily achieved by using the cloud. Okay. Option 2 is incorrect because scalability is the ability to manually expand resources in the cloud as needed. And option 3, elasticity, is the ability to dynamically expand or reduce resources in the cloud without stopping the application. And then option 4, agility, is the ability to rapidly deploy and configure resources in response to changing application requirements. Okay, so the first one is the correct answer. Now, what Azure service provides recommendations to optimize your cloud spending based on your usage pattern. Okay, so basically, Azure cost management and billing is the correct answer, and it provides recommendations to optimize your cloud spending based on your usage patterns. Okay, again, we'll go here. So, here they have written, like what is Microsoft billing, how charges are processed, and how cost management and billing relates. So here if you go there, cost management is a set of FinOps tools that enable you to analyze, manage, and optimize your costs. And billing provides all the tools you need to manage your billing, account, and pay invoices. Okay. So the correct answer is the last one, Azure Cost Management and Billing. Now your company is planning to migrate an application that uses Microsoft SQL Server from an on-premises environment to Azure. You plan to use Azure App Service to build your application, and you need to deploy an Azure environment for this. Is it necessary to install and use Microsoft SQL Server on Azure App Service? So no, the correct answer is no, because Azure App Service is a fully managed development platform for building, deploying, and scaling web apps. Okay, it is one of the platform service type solutions, that is PaaS. And if you have to study more on this, again, you can come here, app service overview. Why use app service on Linux, right? So just study this. Azure App Service is an HTTP based service for hosting web application, REST APIs, and mobile backends. You can develop in your favorite language. Application can run and scale with ease on both Windows and Linux based environments. App Service adds the power of Microsoft Azure to your application, such as security, load balancing, auto scaling, and automated management. Okay, so do read all this. Okay, why use App Service? You should know all of this. Okay, then you want to create a group of 100 VMs from the same base OS image and the same configuration that automatically increase and decrease depending on the demand. Which service would you use? So the answer is virtual machine scale sets. Okay. And if you go here, like what are virtual machine scale sets? So if you see here, they basically let you create and manage a group of load balance VMs, right? A number of VM instances can automatically increase or decrease in response to demand or a defined schedule. So that's what we were looking for, right? Depending on the demand. The ability to manage Azure through a web portal is referred to management in the cloud or management of the cloud. So here if we come on this Microsoft page, and if you see here, management in the cloud speaks to how you are able to manage your cloud environment and resources, and you can manage this through a web portal. And this is what is being asked, through a web portal. So the answer would be manage in the cloud, right? And please go through other options as well. You should know all of this, right? So that's it, guys. Thank you for your time, and we will see you in next video.